this is Dr. Strong from Kathmandu Clinic, and it's another one of my videos about opening up a micropractice. This is about less than a year into my micropractice, maybe 8 months. Some say 8, some say 10. It depends on how you count what your date of inception is. So with that, I want to talk about a space and actually visualizing the space of your micropractice. So this was really important to me because it made things a lot more real. I mean, besides just deciding to do a micropractice and the thought process of what it's going to look like, I want to just talk about the actual space. So how do you get space? That is that you have to have a really good, or find a really good commercial landlord. And luckily, my husband and I have moved a lot, and so we have had multiple experiences with landlords, and there's just kind of this like vibe you get with landlords and how cool they are about things. But the other aspects that are a lot more concrete are that it doesn't have to be in a medical space. That's, I think most physicians think it has to be in a medical space where there's medical equipment. And no, that's not the case at all. It does not have to be like multi-year lease either. So my landlord that we kind of just connected with accidentally by calling up City Hall accidentally and asking about, hey, are there any commercial landlords that would rent to a physician, was that this landlord, he does the smaller spaces and rents them out to therapists, and they're low overhead, so really low lease, and then cost. And then the other thing is what was I going to say? The time frame is very short. So he even had like 6 months, and then 1 year, or thereafter month to month. So he's very flexible. And I know that seems very, I guess, shady for physicians, but I think it's a good place to start when you're thinking about trying to get a space and like trying to decrease your overhead, because that's like my number one goal, is to have as little overhead as possible so we can keep as much money in your bank account as possible. So, getting a good vibe with somebody, making sure that they have flexible leases, I think is valuable too, just because if it doesn't work out, then you're not invested in a 3-year lease, because I know some physicians that have started other practices that are in 3-year leases. And the other thing is, it doesn't have to be a medical space, so be a little bit more creative about it. And it doesn't have to be large either. I think that's kind of the key. So hopefully that was helpful. I will be doing more videos on this, and I think the next one is to show the space, to really kind of get a visual on what the space was when we first saw it and get a tour, and that way you can kind of see how a micropractice can be set up in such a little effort, and kind of not overthinking it. So this is Dr. Strong from Kathmandu Clinic. More videos to come. Thanks for watching.